Alright, what's going on guys? gdoggcasey here, bringing you another Final Fantasy XIV video. This time we're going to be healing through Amdapor Keep with our White Mage. Say hello to the team, not yellow, let's say hello. And let's go ahead and give everybody Protect. And some Stone Skin as well. And let's get going. Oh, AFK a minute for the tank, okay. Well, that's going to give me a pretty good time to talk to you guys for a minute, because I have recently made a decision that I think I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from leveling this character in Final Fantasy XIV until Stormblood comes out. I am still going to be releasing almost daily videos, you know, for the tanking, the healing, the DPS, and the trial series. We're still going to be doing that, but I am going to be taking a break from, you know, spending my evenings leveling up the characters, doing the dailies and things like that, because I feel like I'm about as close as I am comfortable with getting to getting my item level maxed out, and I'm feeling just a little bit of a burnout from playing this game like basically non-stop. You know, it's something that I just think I need to take a mini break from. Like I said, I'm still going to be doing the dailies and everything like that. Or not the daily, sorry, but the daily videos. I'm still going to be releasing these. It's just that for those of you who, you know, have joined the free company and I kind of play with on a nightly basis, I am going to not be playing on a nightly basis just for now. Until Stormblood comes out, I think, or, you know, might be a little bit before that if my desire comes back. Just feeling a bit worn out from it, you know? I've been playing some other games as well, trying to get back into some StarCraft 2 and having fun with that, so you know, that's just a little update for you guys. It's not anything against any of the people that I play with. I just want to spend my evenings doing something different for now. Plus, my characters are in a pretty decent spot as it is. I should probably do... Whoops, I hit the wrong button there, but that's okay. And as I do these series, like for example this one right now with the healer and with the trials, and my other classes will level up. You know, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I'm not necessarily rushing towards anything. My paladin, as far as I'm concerned, is ready for the expansion. So, you know, I could increase his item level by like 3 or 4 more points, but, you know, it might be a little bit different than how WoW works. I know with World of Warcraft, basically within 5 minutes of playing a new expansion, you're already getting better gear than what you had spent hours and hours working for, you know, before the expansion comes out. I don't think it's going to be the same, on the same level in Final Fantasy. I'm sure it'll take me a little longer than that to start to get gear upgrades, but, you know, that said, I will get gear upgrades from, you know, if it's not the first couple quests, it'll be within the first, you know, few hours anyway. So, I feel as though working to improve that character is sort of a, not necessarily a lost cause, but basically hours put in that I could be putting in doing something else. But I still enjoy the game, and I still love making these videos for you guys, so that's why we're going to continue with that. And, you know, we'll come back in full force when Stormblood comes out. I'm probably going to pre-order it so that I can start playing a little bit early as well, so, you know, you guys can be ready for that thing. Although, I don't really know, I don't really have any plans on making any early content for Stormblood. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are already doing that kind of thing and who are just better suited for it than I am. You know, anything that I would do would feel like rushed out and just something that at this point in my YouTube career I'm not really comfortable doing. So, you know, I'm not going to be like, look at this, the first ever seen Red Mage dungeon, because someone else is going to do it better than me, and it's not really me, at least right now. If I were to become a full-fledged Final Fantasy XIV personality, someone like a Mr. Happy, then, you know, maybe I would consider doing that kind of thing, but I still like to play other games too, so, well, Final Fantasy XIV is the main focus of the channel. It's not the only thing I do. Okay, we're going to end up pulling this other dude. Yeah, there he is. Oh, shit. My bad. Sorry. Alright, we're going to take this off. Going to come over to the tank so that he can have a better time pulling these guys off me. I did not mean to do Stone Skin. Want to get a nice AoE heal on here. I still have a couple dudes on me. There we go. Well, I still have one on me here. Help me out. He's still on me. There we go. So yeah, I hope that doesn't disappoint you guys. I mean, for most of you guys watching the video, it's actually not even really going to affect you at all. You're still getting the video content. But don't expect my wipe. Like, he's level 56 right now, and he's almost level 57. But he'll probably hit level 60 even after Stormblood comes out with the amount of time that I plan on putting into him. So here we are at the first boss in Amdapor Keep. I don't remember this guy being anything too tough. I think there's going to be... yeah, this thing turns into a big golem, doesn't it? And we have to defeat that as well, I think. For now, we are just dumping some DPS into this guy. Oh, it's a Beholder, okay. Or a Mind Flayer. It's gonna burn him down for a bit. Not exactly sure if I'll ever have to stop. Some of our DPS are getting hurt, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop Divine Seal and put on a nice and powerful regen on everybody. I'm not sure this is the most effective way. Another thing you could do is run in here and throw on a super-powered Medica 2 as well. And then switch back over to DPS. Okay, we're gonna have to kill this golem. Oh, are we? I thought we were gonna have to. I'm not exactly sure. It looked like there was a tether. One of our DPS is focusing this guy down, so I will help as well. We will get out of that AoE. Everyone is nice and topped up. And yeah, we'll just keep doing damage here. Nothing too difficult so far. This guy should go down relatively quick. I'm not even going to leave this. I think we're just going to kill him. Yeah, we got him. A little bit risky there, but that's me. That's not actually me. Most of the time I'll get out of there, but it just seemed like the right call. I don't really remember many of the specifics of this dungeon. I know it hasn't been too long since I've done it with the tank, but I've been doing so many dungeons lately that they all sort of can meld together sometimes. And that might be part of, you know, why I feel like taking a break, because, oh, is that literally I gave myself stone skin. That's it. I'm gonna give this guy a regen, and then we'll switch over to DPS. But that might be why, you know, because basically my nightly routine has been go to work, come home, eat as fast as I can, and then just crank out the dailies every single night. And one of the things that has been bugging me a little bit is that the expert roulette there's 2 dungeons in the expert roulette. That's it. So the first dungeon of every night is going to be between one of 2, and while they are like fun and interesting dungeons, you do them so often that it's just like, okay, like I'm ready for something else, you know. And then you know, the level 60 roulette is fun. It's probably my favorite out of all of them because of some pretty interesting Heavensward dungeons that are in there, but it's still just like dungeons, and the pulls, like the trash mobs, are basically all the same. You're gonna have small differences between some of them, but basically they're all the same. Can't really deny that. The bosses are fun and interesting, and that's cool, but you know, I don't really know why. I feel like maybe I'm sounding a little bit defensive. I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm just explaining my logic for why I want to take a break from doing dailies every night. Because I do feel a little bit bad, because there was a group that, you know, we had... I feel more than a little bit bad, actually, because there was a group that I was playing with every night, and it was a fun time, and I want them to know that it's got nothing to do with them. Absolutely not. I hope that when I come back to playing more seriously, I can still do dailies with you guys. It's just, sometimes you get a little worn out. Was I just doing damage without Cleric Stance? I might have been. Should be able to get this off. It'll be better for me to jump over to heals now, but I'm already at that point where I can pop off a Cure 2, hit Divine Seal, and then regen, and that should be all I really need. This Divine Seal regen combo, while not necessarily complicated, is really, really powerful. Because you just throw it on the tank, and then as long as nobody else is getting hit, you can literally switch to 100% DPS, and in most cases you're fine with that. And Divine Seal's on a relatively short cooldown, so maybe every second pull you can do that. I'm gonna try to avoid this guy, I guess. Come over here. I'm gonna let the... there's gonna be another pull. So I'm actually not going to do any damage right now. I'm gonna focus on healing the tank. Maybe, oh, what am I doing here? Seems like I wasn't doing any healing. So we'll get everybody up, wait for Divine Seal to come off cooldown, which it is now, and I'll just throw out the regens on these two. And then I should be okay to switch to DPS here. Arrow 2 is not going to be useful, so I'll just back out of that and throw out a quick Stone 2. We got some more enemies coming in here. Arrow probably would have been good on this guy, but whatever. I'm just stoning him to death. I will switch over to the Hound Light. Get some damage over time going on there. Alright, there we go. I don't think I'll have to heal the tank for this part. Nah. These guys died pretty quickly, despite how big and beefy they look. And we're already ready for the second boss. So this requires a little bit of paying attention, and this is maybe one of my favorite bosses, for sure. I really enjoy this guy. We'll just have to make sure we're in the right spot. We'll go over the mechanics as they come. So we want to dodge this, and then he's going to go to the outside, so we want to dodge that. And he's got some sort of knockback ability, and what you want to do is make sure you're in the center of the hall, because if you're not, let's get this, oh. Nah, I messed that up. It's okay. We're gonna do a AoE heal here. And I'm actually gonna use this time to drop a power regen on. Yeah, and there's the knockback. So as long as you're in the center, you won't get knocked off. Something I should be doing is focus targeting the boss. I know I've mentioned this a few times. One of you guys made a comment about that, and it is definitely some of the greatest advice I've been given, and I need to start following it more. Because I didn't even... If I didn't know the mechanics there, I wouldn't have known that he was doing that. Because I wasn't focus targeting him. He's already going to die here. He's not even going to do it again. Our damage seems like it's really, really good, so we are just flying through. As usual for these videos. None of this loot is going to be any good for us. But yeah, I need to start focus targeting the boss a little bit more. I have set it on a hotkey. I put it to backspace because I don't know why. But that's okay. Quiet in a dungeon today. Not sure where the music is at. There it is. I like it when I'm able to get my damage over times off on all the enemies in the fight. Oops. Targeting the wrong dude there. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get better at focus targeting the boss, because the thought that I'm trying to finish is that I can see the benefit to having it, because when you're running around healing people, you don't have the boss selected, and you can't necessarily see them casting unless you know what the like physical look of it looks like. It's just a good idea for healers and probably just everybody to do. So I am trying to get better, I promise. Healing is something that I have noticed is... Oh, I'm going to turn around for that. I don't know if I had to. After doing a lot of the endgame raids, seeing that red eye has trained me to turn my back to whatever enemy is doing that pretty much all the time now. But yeah, healing is something that I'm noticing is a lot more difficult. I'm not sure if I've said this on a video yet. I may have. I know I've said it to some of my online buddies that I play with, but healing is, well, tanking is actually, I'm noticing, probably easier than all three of the roles. Now, maybe that's just me, because I have just been tanking for so long that the fundamentals have been drilled into my skull to the point where it just feels easy to me. But there is another side to it. Like, being the tank, there's a couple things that benefit you. One is you are more tanky, which seems obvious, but it's true. So when you make a mistake, if you get hit by an AoE skill that you should have avoided, or you pull too many enemies, or something like that, you are more tanky. So naturally, it's a little more forgiving for you to make those mistakes, because you won't get like absolutely massacred like, let's say, a healer would if they were standing in an AoE that they shouldn't have been. The other thing is you have literally a dedicated healer whose job is to keep you alive. So not only is it more forgiving for you to make those mistakes in the first place, but you have somebody who is focused on you 100%, or who should be anyway, on keeping you alive, regardless of whether you make those mistakes or not. So they're constantly watching your health, and they're ready for you to make a mistake, and they're ready to pick you up and heal you when you do that. When you are the only healer on the team, you don't necessarily have that. So something I've been noticing is, while doing these dailies every night, and I've been going through the trials, it's specifically, I'm noticing it in the trials more than anything else. The dungeons are still relatively simple, as you guys are seeing right now, but going through the trials has been something where I'm like, shit, I haven't done this trial in like a year, and I don't remember any of the mechanics. As a tank, I can wing it relatively simply because, if I screw up on a couple mechanics, it's not generally the end of the world. But I've been getting like hit by these mechanics as a healer that I forgot all about, and it's almost enough to just one-shot you right off the bat sometimes. So it's something that I'm gaining a lot of respect for healers specifically. DPS, on the other hand, is something that I think, to me, is actually still more difficult than tanking, at least to do your job properly. I hold myself to a high standard when I'm doing DPS because I want to try to squeeze everything I can. Okay, I shouldn't be standing there. Alright, he's got a tail swipe. Make sure I know about that. I hold myself to a high standard, so I'm finding it a little tough to maintain, top quality DPS all the time, while also looking at boss mechanics and things like that. I remember this now. I did this as a daily, I think, and I struggled with it because these pillars are, like, they block your line of sight. So this tank is literally standing in a position that makes it impossible for me to heal him. Alright, I think I'm good. I'm going to switch to some more damage now. I can't even select the boss. Oh, shit. Okay, here's where I should be. Focus targeting, not that person. Focus target the boss. Get an AoE heal out here, make sure everyone's got something, and I'll just try to stand behind. Try to keep an eye on the boss animations here. I guess people are standing behind this pillar because you can block one of his AoE attacks with it. Like, even right here, I can't... What is going on? Okay, there we go. I didn't have the boss selected. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm falling apart here. We're going to switch back to healing. I should probably Isuna this off of the tank, and I'll Isuna it off of myself as well. We got the limit break coming out. I'm going to put regen on myself. And I'm just going to play it safe here. Regen the DPS as well as the boss goes down. And I apologize, guys, that last boss I was not playing optimally, and that line of sight, those line of sight pillars really screw with me, because you can't even target the boss when you're behind them. So it makes things really weird, and I couldn't target my healer, or my tank, sorry, to heal him. But GG nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something there. I definitely did at the last boss. Struggling with line of sight around those pillars is pretty annoying, so something that you gotta remember, which it took me until the boss was half dead before I remembered it in the first place. Alright, but like I said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And what dungeon are we going to be doing next? Pharaoh Sirius, one of my favorites. I feel like I say that a lot, actually, but Pharaoh Sirius is legitimately one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and we'll see you next time.